So that was a garbage first half. I think that's the worst half I've seen played by the Lakers starters all year. It has to be. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Dennis Schroeder a combined 4 for 28. I mean, thankfully they're only down 13 because usually when your starters are playing this bad, you're down 30, and just pack it up by the second half because game's over. But I mean, the positives to start the game off with was Andre Drummond. Believe it or not, he was playing with the most intensity and energy out there to start the game. Had an emphatic dunk. He missed an easy layup, but it's Andre Drummond, so like that doesn't surprise me at all. Got a block, got a couple of boards, so I mean, glad he's bringing the energy, but I don't think Andre Drummond should be the one playing the hardest right now in a game like this. I don't think so. And love Alex Caruso, great role player, great defender. I don't think he should be the Lakers' leading scorer in the first half. I don't think so. At least KCP showed up in the first quarter, first half, made 2 threes. But other than that, not playing their best basketball. And they did a solid job on Steph Curry to start the game off. He was 2 for 6, only 6 points. But then eventually he would heat up because that's what superstars do. And yeah, to close out the half, put him up by 13. He essentially splits a triple team and drains a three-pointer. And they'll just close out the half. I mean, it's Steph Curry doing Steph Curry stuff, so can't say I'm mad about the shot. You just need the rest of your starters like Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Dennis Schroeder to actually start producing. That's what you need because, yeah, Poole's making shots. Yeah, Kent Bazemore's made some shots. Yeah, Draymond's playmaking, and he's defending Anthony Davis quite well. You need those guys to be better. You need your main starters to be better. So they got to clean the shit up. It looks like those games that they lost earlier when LeBron James and Anthony Davis came back, they may bite them in the ass. But I think they should pull out or pull through it and win this game still because they're only down 13. They just got to play out to actually give a shit in the second half and make a run. And we'll see where they are there. But when it comes to the fouls, I don't want to hear about that shit. They only miss like a couple of fouls. I want to hear about they're getting fouled. The refs don't like that. Shut the fuck up with that shit. Fans always bitching about fouls. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, they're just simply missing shots they normally make. Yeah, Draymond got away with a foul on Davis on a lob. So what? I don't care. Yeah, they got away with a foul on Anthony Davis with a 3-point jump shot in the quarter. Don't care. You just gotta play better, make your shots, because you're 4 for 28 combined. That's unit. I believe LeBron's 1 for 7, Dave's like 1 for 9 specifically. But it's pretty damn bad. So I don't want to hear about the fouls. Just play better. Quit turning the ball over, because they've been canceled the ball this half. And yeah, just hope your starters get it going because Steph Curry, he's got 15 to close this half off, so he's on pace for his like 32. And yeah, they just gotta play better. I don't want to hear about no fouls. I really don't. They're just gonna play better. And I need Vogel to stop putting Drummond in for extended periods of time because they're just not compatible lineups with Anthony Davis, LeBron James. Or if you have someone like Montrezl Harrell in there, the paint's just clogged up and you got guys settling for too many jumpers. Not a big fan of that. Really don't like it. And it's no disrespect to Drummond, but he's not compatible for these lineups. And when it comes to the playoffs, if they win this game or if they win against Memphis, because the way they're playing right now, it looks like they wouldn't want to get against Memphis or Golden State. But if they would win against one of those teams, yeah, it looks like Drummond's going to sit out some playoff series because he's just not compatible for these matchups. Just like how they did with JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard last year. Let's hope they actually give a shit in the second half. That was their worst half of the season for LeBron James and AD specifically. And of course Dennis Schroeder. But yeah, they got to get the shit together in the second half. That was pretty bad, but they're only down 13. So they got to start the third quarter fast, make a good run, see where they are there. So, they actually played like they wanted to win the game this half. Oh my goodness, wow, I'm surprised. They were playing defense, they were being aggressive, they got the Warriors in foul trouble to start the game, or to start the second half early, and yeah, that's what I like to see. And they also took Drummond out. They had AD run the 5 and like 3 minutes left in the second quarter, but yeah, he needs to do these lineups or make those adjustments earlier because Drummond's not it with Anthony Davis, LeBron James. They simply just don't work. But they came out playing some good defense, forcing turnovers. Again, they got them the bonus. My only problem with them getting them the bonus is they weren't as aggressive going to the rim because they had like 7 to 8 minutes left in that quarter, right, to shoot free throws, and they had LeBron James, Anthony Davis out there. But unfortunately, they still had Drummond out there in the lineup for some reason. You know, they were giving Andre Drummond post-ups. Any team in the league would rather have you give the ball to Andre Drummond compared to LeBron James, Anthony Davis, especially if you're in the bonus. So I don't know why they did that. Yeah, Drummond did convert on one post-up, I think against Kevon Looney, or was it Andrew Wiggins? I don't remember. But then he had another post-up and he missed and took a bad shot after that. So I'm glad he got subbed out the game. Harold did not see the second half. THC did not see the second half, and I'm glad for it because you need to tighten up your rotations. Ben McLemore didn't even play at all, so there's that. But yeah, they had to tighten up rotations. Dennis Schroeder, yeah, he can kiss that contract goodbye because he seems to throw his value away with these games, and of course him missing games due to COVID protocol. That's not a good look as well. And then he played like shit tonight. It was better in the second half, but that's not saying much, being how bad he played in the first half. He made a tough layup, but it was a bad shot in the paint, and then he did it again. And then after that, after he bricks that layup, Steph Curry comes down the court, sauces him up, makes a shot, and yeah, Vogel calls a timeout, and they sub him out. They bring in Wesley Matthews. He makes a three. He plays some good defense, and they get Alex Caruso back on Steph Curry because he was able to do something on him. He was the most effective on him, even though he was very efficient tonight. But he was able to cause a turnover here or there, cause a bad pass, and yeah, Caruso played well on Curry, so not mad at that. I really enjoyed that. And LeBron James to make a deep three with a second left in the shot clock after bailing out KCP in the paint. He's in a bad position and he can't get a shot up. Kicks out to LeBron. LeBron makes a deep three, and yeah, that essentially wins him the game. LeBron did get fouled by Draymond earlier in the fourth quarter. He got hit in the eye. They didn't call a flagrant. I can see people bitching about that call. They called a couple offensive fouls on Draymond. One of them was pretty legit to me. He ran to AD, after setting the screen. You can't do that. Campazzo, we saw that happen a couple of weeks ago. And the guy missed a three anyway, so I don't really care about that. They're also going to be complaining about the hand fighting going on the inbound. And yeah, you can call a foul or not, but he was in the process of shooting it, so it only been 2 free throws. But solid game. Like the way the Lakers played in the second half. They showed the championship DNA, and that was much needed after they played in the first half. And again, Steph Curry had an amazing game. Scoring champ for a reason, averaged 32 points, had 37 tonight, 6 for 9 from 3-point line. He was getting hounded the entire game, and he played excess 40 minutes. I believe he played it around 42 minutes to be exact. So he's playing a lot of minutes, and being physical with them. He's getting hounded on offense, and he's still super efficient with 37 points, almost drops 40. And yeah, it was a close game. The Warriors, they started out the first half like they wanted, and the Lakers actually played, the game like they played the game like they wanted to win the second half. So glad they were able to flip the switch, I guess. But this leads to a matchup with Phoenix in the playoffs. I believe the Lakers do have the advantage in that series. That's because they don't have an interior presence for Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Compared to the Jazz, I still think they will win. But you got Rudy Gobert, and he's a great defender, so that would make things harder for LeBron James, Anthony Davis. And of course, Utah Jazz, they shoot the 3 ball incredibly well. And they got guys like Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench and give you 30 points. So yeah, they're a great team. Phoenix Suns definitely a preferred matchup. Definitely think they can win that series. And being that they won this game, LeBron James gets a bit of rest because if they would have lost tonight's game, they'd have to play Memphis. And yeah, that would be less rest getting ready for the playoffs. And yeah, this is the one playing game that was actually good through and through because the Spurs-Memphis game, it got out of hand early. Memphis went up big. It got out of hand early, but yeah, this was actually a good game through and through. Maybe it's going to be some bitching about the calls, but it's like that every game, so you just have to tune that out. But the Warriors, they play against the Memphis Grizzlies next. I think they're going to win that game because Memphis, yeah, they struggled down the game when it came to closing out, and they gave up a big lead, like after being up 20. I get it's in the first quarter, but they still can't be choking leads away like that. So I believe Steph Curry's going to be due to have another game. I don't think the Grizzlies are as good defensively when it comes to Lakers, or at least when it comes to hounding Steph Curry. But we'll have to wait and see. But I think the Warriors should win that game. I think they'll advance to be the 8th seed. And I'll do, final predictions when it comes to the playoffs, because that means all the brackets should be settled by then. I'm glad the Lakers won this game, though, because they do get the better side of the bracket now. Having to go through Phoenix, Denver, Portland, theoretically, compared to having to go through Utah and the Clippers. So they got the better half of the bracket by winning this game. Anything else I got to think about this game? Yeah, it's pretty good. I want to see what the rating's going to look like on this game. But yeah, Steph Curry was clearly the best player on the floor tonight, while Anthony Davis and LeBron James played a lot better in the second half. Curry had a more complete game. Like, he was just better in all 4 quarters, even though his team lost. But out the way, y'all stay safe, and I'm out.